like she wants to get the hell out of Dodge, get away from the trouble.
Dodge.
No.
No joke.
Oh, never
fine
mind.
now.
Can't do that. Okay, cool. That's it. Bonus action flaunt.
All right. Kita or Fane, I need you to make a con save for me.
Me also?
No, you moved out. Sorry.
Okay. Are you guys glitching out or is it just us?
I'm glitching too.
Yeah, I'm glitching as well. I think it's the stream, as in Matt.
I
Oh.
still get to be Barbara. I'm not giving that up.
Yeah, that's fine. Can you guys hear me?
The stream dropped, Matt.
Yeah.
I think it's your internet.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you.
Okay.
The stream.
I don't know what happened, because if you guys can hear me, stream should
Oh, it's
be
back
fine.
now.
Okay. Yeah, it looks back now. Okay. We'll run with it.
Okay.
I got a sloppy 20 on my con save.
Okay. Nothing happens then. That brings us to Barbara's turn. Go ahead and roll at advantage a strength saving throw for me. Well, just roll a d20 and tell me what you get, and I'll tell you.
Is
if she
one not at
succeeds.
advantage? Or at
It is.
advantage?
It still is at advantage. Because he's getting the help action from Akare.
14.
She succeeds. Well, hold on. I keep forgetting to roll for the sludge monster. Sludge monster fails.
My girl.
So as Akari is kind of sitting there and using his sword to try and scrape off the sludge from Barbara's tail, and she's pulling, and he's trying to pull it away from her, the sludge, like the hand just kind of comes with it and rips away. But as it rips away, like the crystallized ice that has begun to form over the top of this sludge monster, the sludge just kind of falls off and goes limp. And Barbara just kind of looks over at Akare and then looks back at Yukida and is just scared out of her mind.
Can I, like, free action,
Eyebrows.
just kind of, like, send her a comforting vibe?
Unfortunately, you'll have to do it on your turn.
Okay.
Zamira, top of the round, what are you doing?
Oh, wacky whack. I'm still using my fist with ice damage. And I am still flanking, correct?
Yeah, but again, it's still stunned.
Okay, I just want to make sure. That way I can roll twice, see if I get a crit. That's a 19 to hit on the first one.
Uh-huh.
And that's 10 points of damage for Ice Fist number 1. Ooh, lucky. 23 to hit on the second. Make that a stunning strike for 6 points of damage and then give me a con save.
Jesus Christ, that's a 4 on the die.
Stunned again.
Never
Fuck
gonna
this
do anything
guy.
with this guy.
And I'm gonna Fury of Blows him with 2 more Ice Fists.
Straight up hero, Zamira.
You should be close to out of key points by now, right?
After this turn, I will have 1 left.
Okay.
The first one is not gonna hit. Ooh, that's a natural 20! Ah! Okay, that.
I always
Oh my
know
god!
that.
And then I rolled 2 1s
Yes,
on my
you
dice.
did.
Oh, so that's 7 points of fucking damage, ice damage.
Well, double that. Double the
No,
dice.
that is doubled. I rolled the d6s, and it did roll 2 d6s, and both were 1s.
So it's 2 plus 5.
Yeah.
Or sorry, it's 4 plus 5.
It's 7.
Maybe.
Which would be
Oh.
9.
It's
No, it was
It's-
doubled. It's a d6 plus 5, and it rolled 2
Oh, it auto
d6s
rolls
for
2
me.
d6s for you? Okay,
Yes.
I didn't know that. Might be.
So it's 7 points of damage.
Why am I even bothering? I don't do digital dice rolling. I shouldn't be in your shit anyway.
Zamira, how would you like to do this?
Ah! Amazing, even with minimum damage on a crit. I am going to run up, and I want to literally just like run up its body and just take a whack, and just hit its neck or its head with my quarterstaff, and just.
Well, your quarterstaff is on the ground.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, well I'm just gonna run up its body and like super fast punch him a bunch in the face
Okay.
until his and like robo the the robots where you pop their head off, Rock'em Sock'em robots. That's what I'm gonna do to him.
As you like run up and you unleash this flurry of blows with your fist, and the ice begins to crystallize around your fist and just freeze his body. You guys watch as the ice begins to slowly freeze and travel down through the sludge until eventually it just shatters, and the monster's porcelain face just falls and shatters into the ground. But a massive, same in a similar nature, piece of metal, jagged and rough edges, but larger in nature, just and embeds itself in the ground.
I'll give that a look-see.
It looks very much like the jagged metal piece you guys found in the first sludge monster, but larger in nature.
Do we still have that piece or no?
You do.
Can we compare them?
Very similar in nature.
I mean, like,
But-
do they appear to, like, fit together or be a matching set?
No. Just seem of a similar make.
Of a similar make, huh? Us. Someone making these creatures.
Doesn't it all look similar to the Loxolite heart? Does it?
It does indeed look similar to the Loxolite heart, which is the piece of metal I was describing.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what it was, and then I was
Yep.
like, oh, he's not saying it's Loxolite heart, so
Yeah,
it's all good. I'll, assuming Zamira's willing, I would ask for her to hand me it.
Yeah.
And I'll stow it with the other.
this one is, so the other one was maybe, 10 pounds. This one's much heftier, more like 50 pounds.
I will quickly make sure that I can fit it. I assume I can.
Yeah, you
Yep,
can fit it
it's
in
within
your
my
bag.
carried weight. I will pack it at the bottom of my pack right next to the other.
Okay.
What's the status of Barbara and Spike? How they looking?
Spike is just like, he's still like biting and smashing like the crystallized pieces of the sludge monster, and Barbara is just kind of like nuzzling her hand into Kidai, and then like her tail is just like slowly rubbing against your leg to ensure that it doesn't like puncture anything.
Oh, I was asking if they were hurt.
Oh, they were consistently failing their con saves, except
that's what I
for a
was
couple of
wondering.
rounds, but so they're looking kind of hurt.
2 cure
I-
wounds, 1 to each.
I was planning on doing a healer's kit to Zamira and Kidai, since I imagine they're the two that look the worst off. So that is 16 to
I don't
both
know
of
if
you.
Kidai took much damage that fight, but I was not tracking people's health.
Red, I took Barbara damage.
9 to Spike, 8 to Barbara.
You are a good soul.
Oh, I thought you were missing health.
Do you guys want to sit down and take a quick rest? Zamira, you look like you caught some there.
Maybe not here in the sludge. Let's
Yo, that's a good point. That's a
see if
very
we can
good
just move a bit. And 10
Yeah,
minutes
I
that
can-
way.
Lothar, did
I
you
can-
ever get to talk to them, or
I did
did we
not.
interrupt?
I was interrupted.
Maybe if we could find a way to get him to follow us out of this place. With
I've got
the
more mushrooms.
See if we can get him to follow us with mushrooms, and then
Oh.
we can go find a place outside of this sludge
I'll
and take a
mosey.
rest.
I'll mosey up to Spike carefully, kind of hand extended, palm up instead of palm down. Just like gauge his reaction as I get a little closer.
Make an animal handling check.
Oh boy. My rolling like a superstar streak continues. Sloppy 20.
As you approach, he instinctually takes a couple steps back, but you take your steps slowly, have your weapon put away, and your short sword, or I should say your bow and your sword put away, and you have your
Mhm.
hand extended. And it just kind of stops for a second, stares at you, does not look hostile in nature, but doesn't take a step forward.
Can I
kind
give
of-
Akari some mushrooms?
Yeah, if you would like to go over to him, you can.
Yeah, I'll like toss him some mushrooms to hold in his hand.
I'm kind of in my left hand. I'll hold some mushrooms, and my right hand is still upturned. I'll just kind of offer them forward.
Eventually, he comes up and begins to slowly eat the mushrooms out of your hand.
Yep. I just turn my right hand enough to kind of right on the nuzzle of his nose, just with my thumb, just a little. And then progressively, slowly, carefully, not being aggressive or anything, give him a little scritch behind the ears. Little scritch.
There's not really any ears, but there are small recesses where you can see that you get the senses there. Orifices
It
for
works.
hearing.
It works on everybody, Matt.
You get the sense that they need a scritch there. Is that what you're trying to say, Matt?
Sure.
Yeah.
So as he kind of like eats, and you begin to kind of like slowly move your hand over his face, just lets like a large huff, like a, and just continues finishing his eating.
You want to follow us?
Just finishing his eating.
I'll take that as a yes. Hopefully you don't disappoint us. And I'll affix the rest of my pack and kind of hang out near Kidai. Let her take the lead on this whole animal thing.
I'll split the mushrooms between myself and Akare if we're gonna lead them, so that he can take Spike and I'll take Barbara.
Each of you make animal handling checks for me again as you try to like maybe lead them.
I got a +2. I can't keep this up, Matt. I can! 21!
16.
Barbara's a little more forthcoming as she saw the help that you guys provided and got a natural 20 on your animal handling check with her earlier, so she's already a little grown on you, essentially. Spike, on the other hand, is a little hesitant at first, but eventually you're like slowly like setting out mushrooms on the ground, and he kind of like walks up and eats it, and like there's the hefty foots falling, just
Yeah, we're in stage
Walks up to
2.
the
We're
next one.
trust building. Trust building.
eats it.
Okay, well, the goal was to get like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes away from the acid pools and then take a short rest, so.
We want
I
to
think all-
walk kind of
yeah, all the way.
strategically far away from the pools as well.
Definitely, you guys
I
lead
think-
them away.
Lead
Go
them
ahead,
away.
And we can get all the way out of the acid pools?
I mean, you can go as far as you'd like. Just
I don't think
Take
resting.
Spike and Barbara
in-
home.
Yeah, I don't think resting in the acid pools is a good idea.
Question, Matt, while I'm here and I'm thinking about it. And I'll just do this passively if you don't mind. Before we left the acid pool area, the ruins, I'm sure, seem a lot similar to High Pass and all the rest. These acid pools, they look natural, or like a substance has been spilled and coagulated here.
are you looking at
Ooh.
them or like physically like getting down and investigating?
We'll say I'm getting physically down and investigating them.
Okay, and for my clarification, are you trying to get into the pool and like physically dive down and see if there's anything under them? I just want
No.
to make sure I'm understanding you correctly.
No, I suppose, depending on the level of investigation that you think is appropriate, totally up to you. I do have advantage against being poisoned. I'm not against kind of dipping my hand in and swiping away at some of it
I'll
and
hold
kind of
Spike while he does that.
pushing some of the liquid just to see if it's something that seems to bubble up from the surface or if it's something that's merely existing here. If that makes any sense.
Sure, roll that investigation check.
Sure. Okay, my luck has not held up. 14.
You
You
get the sense they don't really fit in the scenery, and the way some of the rubble kind of like falls into the pits gives you the sense of like maybe whatever landed here, or maybe whatever impacted here, and it made the crevices, and then the sludge maybe boiled up from a reservoir underneath, or was created by the decay of whatever what was here and around it.
Okay. That's all I needed.
But there are areas around the sludge pits that are almost like black and brown, and you get the sense the grass near it is dying and decaying, and perhaps the sludge pit's growing ever so slightly.
Piggybacking off of that, DM, just curious, if I look at Spike and Barbara and their just general being, and then the pits and everything, does this seem like their natural habitat, or does it seem like that they would fit better somewhere else?
The sludge pits?
Yeah.
These do not look natural.
No, like is this where Spike and Barbara are from?
Make
Or
a nature check for me.
Is this their hometown?
this is their
Are
hometown?
they just visiting, just passing through?
16 again.
16, yeah. The rolling open fields and kind of seeing them grazing in the grass and just kind of meandering about. Get the sense this is probably their natural habitat.
Without the pits?
Without the pits. You saw them like actively trying to avoid them. The only reason they stepped
Right.
close to the one was because you were offering food.
Yeah,
Makes
for the
sense.
real world equivalents, Matt, and just so it's evidently clear, I'm imagining like a pit of coolant or a pit of like battery acid, essentially.
Go ahead and insinuate that.
Okay,
Thick
some
battery acid.
some artificial substance.
Yeah,
Is
it does
my
not
point.
look natural.
Okay,
As they were trying to like tame Spike and Barbara, would it have been possible to just investigate the statues and shut up? Hey,
So there's no
Samira, would you
statues
like-
here, but there is rubble and remnants of old buildings. You could investigate those.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Sorry,
Yeah, no, I just wanted to clarify.
Nope, that's great. Zamira, would you like to join me on this? I think I could use a hand. There's a lot of buildings very quickly.
Sure.
Just looking for anything that looks, I don't know, interesting in the buildings, anything that catches our eye.
Sure. Investigation checks from both of you, please.
it's like a space station falling.
I wasn't sure if I was giving.
Yeah,
Oh, it landed on natural 20 and then hit the wall of my monitor and
I was
rolled
gonna say,
back
can
to a
one of
14.
us roll with advantage?
Yeah, but you know what? We'll do this. You guys can take what you rolled, and I don't know what they are yet. Or one of you can reroll with advantage.
I have not rolled yet. So
Okay.
Zamira, you can
I
take
already
advantage.
rolled.
Just roll
So
the advantage.
Take advantage.
Okay. It was one better. It went from a 15 to a 16.
that's not bad though. So as you guys begin to investigate the rubble, Akari is kind of sifting through these pools, being careful not to like singe or burn his hands, and like investigating this acid. And you see that Kidai and Fane are kind of like trying to coax Spike and God, Barbara. I'm gonna have to remember these names now.
Yes, you
Hmm.
will.
Don't
worry, we'll
away,
keep you apprised.
away from the pits. You guys find. I mean, it's hard to tell. It's definitely a homestead, and the section of this building is you like using just brute strength from you, Kothar, can like pull away like some of this wall, and like as you pull the wall away, and the bricks and the stones just begin to kind of crumble from the top, but you make like a makeshift archway into the side of one of these buildings, and the inside looks very much like a homestead. There's a shattered bed with kind of feathers everywhere. You get the sense, a feather stuffed, like a feather bed was once in here. You find a shattered mirror that's in pieces of glass, basically just across the ground, with varying pits of wood that are in splinters now. Old tables that are broken into 1,000 pieces, and see there are pieces of what appear to be statues, but looking at them, they're almost realistic. Like a woman's face with half of it kind of like cracked down across the eye and missing. But the architecture into the face is near perfect. Someone got this to a T, and it's strange.
Does anything
Anything
about
I
that
know-
strike me as weird?
Roll an intelligence check for me. It does strike you weird, yes.
Yeah, okay, so it strikes me. Does it look just extremely well carved? Or just like does it look like it could have been just an extremely well crafted piece, or does it look like some other form of magic has done this?
Let me know what that intelligence check.
Nope.
What's a nope?
The lowest you can imagine without
Oh.
going negative.
I'm sorry. It's hard for you to tell. You have no knowledge of an architect, like someone who chisels stone for a living, basically. So it really, it's hard for you to tell. It's ominously good. It definitely strikes you as weird, but still hard to tell.
Was there more than one, or is it just the one?
You find like bits and pieces of like an elbow, but the section of like the bicep and the arm are missing. You find broken pieces of hands where fingers are missing, like broken off, and like the face, but no full bodies, no full pieces of appendages.
Can I try to put it back together?
How long are you spending on this?
I don't know. They're out there messing with.
They're leading them
bars.
away. They're leading them away, so because you guys wanted to take a short rest away from the pools.
I want to try to put this together.
I mean, yeah, if you call out to us, we'll hold up for a moment. I mean, I don't think it's something that like.
Thane is going to sit down and start taking a short rest if we're going to spend some time here. I figure since they've been looking for a little while, I could have started on that.
Fuck it, Kidai, this is kind of your show, so supersede me if you will. We'll just take a short rest here.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, because it's neater that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to try to put it together.
Okay. Make a performance check for me at disadvantage.
At disadvantage?
Mm-hmm. You don't know how these pieces fit together.
Is there any way I can try to also help put Humpty Dumpty together?
You can. So she can take it as a straight roll.
Oh.
I don't know why I wasn't expecting Humpty Dumpty. at all.
14. Oh, wait, no. Wait. I rolled it twice, but for some reason I was thinking advantage, and I said the higher one. But the higher one wasn't the first one, so I would take the first one since you said it was a straight roll.
They said he was helping, so advantage, presumably.
No, she had
No, but it was a
disadvantage to start.
disadvantage, so it'd be a straight roll.
Never mind.
So I would take the first one, which was a 6.
How long you spending on this? You don't know how these pieces go together.
I will sit there and I will put this statue back together
Sure,
for
try.
as long as it takes.
Begin to try and start to piece them together as you guys sit down for your short rest. While she is doing that, Fane is currently short resting. Kothar, you're attempting to help her. Akari, you're investigating the area. That would be about 10 minutes, like not very, it wouldn't take you very long to investigate. So what are you doing? And Kidai, what are you doing?
I'll just stay with Spike and Barbara.
Okay. Make an
Keep
animal
them
handling
shut.
check for me if you're going to try and keep them situated while you guys are short
Yeah,
resting.
once
That's-
I'm there done with the 10 minutes or so, I'm
Ooh.
moseying over to Barbara and Kidai. Or, Jesus, Barbara and Spike.
Okay.
And
You can,
Kidai.
you can take it at
Okay.
advantage then if Akari is helping you.
That was a 22, and then this one. Oh, even better. 20.
So you guys watch as Spike begins to turn and like lets out a grunt and starts to walk away, but Barbara just lays down
Love Barbara.
and he just kind of looks around and lets out like the equivalent of a dinosaur sigh. And then
What's that sound like, Dan?
Another opportunity here.
you guys got one.
Give me the chance. 19 or higher, and you do it again.
Yeah, make that sound
It's
that
just
Spike made.
Deal?
Oh, you did it for free.
And then he as well just
Baby.
slams down, but almost in a huff, like he didn't want to stay.
I need to know, are they chunky?
They are indeed thick.
Good.
It's a thick boy.
I would at some point like to rope Kothar into trying to cast Speak with Animals once more.
Yeah, I was gonna say after about 15 to 20 minutes of watching Zamira, I'm assuming try and fail to put these people back together, and knowing that Humpty Dumpty is not gonna be whole ever again, I would have left and begin to ritual cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
I just
Samira, are you
inhaled
giving up,
vodka,
or
you
are you giving up
fucking
and going to
ass.
take a short rest, or are you just continuing through the whole short rest?
In my exhaustion from our previous battle, I would have tried so hard to continue putting it together, and I would have just like slumped over and
I've got
fallen
so far.
asleep mid put it together. And then I would have had a dream that I did put it together, and after my short rest, I'd wake up and be like, guys, I did it! And then I'd see that it was still broken and be sad.
Me too, sis. Puzzles put me the fuck to sleep.
This is if you guys get your short rest.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't say that.
But yeah, she fell asleep mid putting puzzle together.
I need somebody to roll d20 for me as you guys are just trying to sit and take a short rest.
Ooh, I'll do it. I haven't rolled one
Don't do it. He can't make us anything attack us if we refuse to roll.
yet. Worse, everything attacks us.
He'll roll and he'll choose what he wants off the table.
5.
Uh-huh.
Deltroy himself.
And here comes Maisie again.
No.
Want to catch a ride?
You hear the ominous beating of a 14-foot
Wow.
wingspan.
No.
Wow, Hex, that's a deep cut there. If I got your reference, which I think I did.
I didn't even hear what he said.
Scooter
Mhm.
from Borderlands.
Yep.
Yeah.
Catch a ride. All right. Anyway.
Doesn't seem like anything's happening, and you guys get your short rest.
Yay!
I ain't seen some
Time
dead
starts
pigs
going
since the start of the
backwards.
sister.
Shut up.
I'm assuming it takes us way longer than an hour, though.
It does indeed take you guys longer than an hour.
All right.
I would have ritual casted speak with animals at some point.
Okay.
No, it doesn't matter what I roll. I'm up to full. Okay. Neat.
So your speak with animals goes off, and you can feel the bestial nature of your barbarian totem kind of take over, and you get the sense that you are, or you know that you can speak, and animals will be able to understand you.
This is going to be strange. I don't think I've ever done this before. Hello!
Which one are you greeting?
Just generally at both of them. None in particular.
Okay. The both of them just kind of like lift their heads and look up over at you, and like give like a slight head tilt.
I know this is probably also extremely weird for you. My name is Kothar. Do you have names?
They both look at you. No. The male one replies.
Wonderful. Well,
What's
we
my
have.
name?
I will pull everyone in one at a time and introduce them to. I will not call them to their face, but to Barbara and Spike.
Okay.
Do you? I apologize for all the hubbub about the kind of goo monster. We tried to help there for a minute.
The female one looks up and says, "I'm ever grateful that you guys were here."
I mean, we're also grateful to see you. You two are phenomenal looking creatures. I have a bit of a strange proposition for you. I don't know what you two do normally. But if you would like to come with us, we can always keep you safe from more monsters, the dragons. I don't know if you have issues with them. Something like that.
The dragons keep to themselves. What we deal with is the monsters created by men, and the male one just kind of like shifts his gaze over towards the pools of like acid.
That's fair. I mean, we've also run into a little bit of trouble with the monsters of men recently. However, if you'd like to travel with us, we have mushrooms. We can help you if you need anything. I don't know if you have desires. If you need to go somewhere.
We don't do much. We graze, travel. This is our home. All we've ever known. Make an animal handling check at advantage.
Sounds about right.
you mind if I ask them a question?
Sure. 8.
At advantage?
2 and a 5, baby.
Oh, unfortunate. The male looks over to the female and goes, "Have no business of traveling with men. We simply roam and feed." The female just kind of looks back but they could keep us safe from more things like this. Zamira, roll a persuasion check for Barbara, please.
What is her modifier?
Alright, just tell me what you get on a d20.
Okay.
Oh, she's wrong. Okay. I thought you were saying it's a mirror roll
I want
persuasion.
not to.
Well, I got a 4.
Go ahead. Go there.
I want not to, force you guys to do something you don't. I simply wanted to offer if you would like to come with us. We would love to have you. If not, I think I know where we can probably find you again.
The male lets out another one of those sighs, like a, and the female looks up and is like, "That's essentially a yes. We can travel with you so long as you keep us safe. But we have nowhere to go. We just roam the lands."
Kothar, how much are you
Oh, I
sharing
guess
with
I-
Roxy?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too.
I imagine this conversation is taking a minute because I will respond everything back to the group as quickly as possible because I have 10 minutes.
I would go up and whisper into Kothar's ear, say something. Their habitat looks pretty barren because of, like they said, the men, the magic of men. We could find them somewhere more lush, more green.
Are we manipulating Barbara and Spike?
Not
Is that what we're doing?
manipulating. I want them to be happy.
If you love something, let it go. We don't have to take these two with us to.
If you love something and it's a dinosaur, take it with you wherever you go. I'm pretty sure that's the
if you
second half.
I don't remember which one of
if
those
you've-
limericks I've heard.
Kida, we have to ask them if they have a baby that we can take if we want to keep on with us. We can't take an adult dinosaur. We have to find a baby.
I think taking a baby is worse.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Unless they have some baby that they've left somewhere, we're not going to tame these beasts.
We shouldn't ask them about
I was actually of a thought. Kothar, do you mind? I'll go roughly in front of Barbara and Spike and sit down cross-legged. Kothar, would you kindly ask them if they're happy in this environment or they'd like something a little bit more lush? Kidai, with your permission, I was thinking the Grove. Could at least send them that way. It's got to be better than here. Unless they, for some reason...
And they would also have protection.
Possibly, yeah.
I will ask them the question.
The female kind of looks up. Too many trees, not enough grass. Too dense. We like the open fields.
Okay.
That's all they got.
Is
Kothar, maybe
question? What I remember are the fields near Singara, kind of nice and open.
You beat
Yes,
me
they
to
are.
it.
Yes, they are.
You beat me to it.
I mean, if you're up for a little bit of a journey, it is quite long. We do know some people who would be able to keep you safe and give you just large open pastures that you could graze upon from now until the end of your days.
Tell them they respect creatures too.
They give the dinosaurs equivalent to a chuckle when you mention the end of your days. And the male just like, we've been around a while, and we'll be around a while.
Things fall from the sky every once in a while.
I guess the good news is I have a sneaking suspicion some people where we're sending you might also be around for quite some time.
There's not
That
really a
sounded
response.
vaguely like a threat.
There's not really a response, just an acknowledgement.
Hida, can you send a message, some form?
We'll send whatever he says. I have the hiccups. Let him talk.
Okay.
I guess a message to Gram, letting her know that as succinctly as possible that we're going to have 2 giant dinosaurs appear, who are extremely friendly and would
Oh,
like
you guys
to
are not
live.
escorting them? That's how the impression I had.
They won't live with us, dude. We're gonna get them killed so fast.
We should at
We're
least
also
walk with
asking.
them.
We're
Yeah,
asking dinosaurs to navigate when they
Yeah,
probably don't have a concept of directions.
Not dinosaurs. Go. We have to walk with them.
I mean,
I will tell you, their
I don't
intelligence
give a
score
shit.
is low.
We have to
Well,
walk
yeah,
with the
I mean,
dinosaurs.
I don't care if they're himbos and bimbos. They're fucking gonna be protected.
I'm just. You guys can insinuate through the conversation, and their reactions from what you've seen so far is that they are not smart creatures by any means. The only reason that they can form senses now is because their words are basically their feelings translated through speak with animals.
All right.
You know that kid's book. If you give a mouse a cookie, if you give a dinosaur
Yep.
a map, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Mhm.
We gotta walk with them.
Sure.
Kira, do you have anything you can? You are Akari. Do you guys have anything you can do to talk to Maeve and see if she can potentially get them a safe passage back?
I can try, but I don't have anything like what you do, I suppose. for
She's a
being able
little
to
hard to reach out to, but I can try.
I think we can try together.
This
if
is
that's something you're interested in.
this is sounding a lot like fish love. What we're doing here.
What? What is that?
A man eats a fish and says he loves fish, but he doesn't love fish, because if he loved fish, he wouldn't eat them, right?
I haven't eaten
These,
them.
but these 2 creatures were perfectly content here in this field, and we're coming along to meddle with their affairs.
Well,
I'm all for. I get that we want what's best for them, but the meddling of sentient, intelligent creatures causes more grief than harm when understanding is not developed first.
I guess
We're just-
I'm assuming that this field before was a lot more lush and provided them a lot more nourishment, but because of the acid pits and everything, it's dying. And if it dies, they will
Maybe
too.
so, but if you've ever watched a creature of low intelligence, what do cats do when you don't feed them? They go find a mouse. They're instinctual. They just go where the food is. They'll go a quarter mile east and find more grass, and that's all it is for
If we
them.
can find them a way to find that grass where they'll be safe and we know it, then we've done another good service.
Don't disagree, Fane,
Five-
but the easiest route is for them to go west and then end up
Well,
being hunted for their scales by Tristana. Because they're not
5
going to cross
minutes.
a river without guidance. They're not going to get southwest without some form of guidance.
I'm not saying I don't love the idea of having dinosaur friends. That's amazing, but if we truly love these creatures and care for these creatures, doing something reckless like sending them from their home territory where they've survived for however long, it shows a lack of perspective, and a perspective that we couldn't have. 5 minutes that way, there is grass. There are no pits. We just came from where there was no acid pits. I'm sure 5 minutes that way, there will be no acid pits. But to suggest that these creatures, beautiful creatures, change their entire lives to suit our whims and our desires, seems meddlesome, and it seems like something that only humans could have the hubris to do. To explore understanding is better than their understanding.
I see your point, Fane. My caution is this is Zeltros prime hunting grounds.
Yes,
These
but
two are
they're-
almost as good as dead.
The mirror will look
Kothar is-
around for the humans.
Kothar
If,
has already mentioned that the Zaltroid does not bother
Correct.
a long time, and for us to think that we could know better than they in this, there is a chance we could make the right decision for them. But to expect that we could throw a dart at the board and get it right when we don't know, it's arrogant, it's cruel.
I feel like this is our proposition and their choice. Nothing more.
These are not. We're putting a carrot in front of a rabbit. We say there is more grass that way. That's manipulation.
Is it wrong to say that there's more safer grass that way?
I
Being
truly don't care
untruthful.
what. It's not that I care what happens to these dinosaurs. I would kill them just as happily as anything because they're just creatures, right? But if we truly love these creatures and care for Spike and Barbara, we will let them go, because it is truly arrogant to assume that we could know what is best for them. They probably are older than all of us combined. They've known this life, and for us to waltz in for 3 minutes and assume that we know best is the height of arrogance, and it's coming from me. All I'm saying is that whatever we do, let's not fool ourselves into saying we want what's best for Spike and Bob. We want us.
Sure. I don't disagree with you. I find it your outlook of don't meddle with creatures' current state is I do not know how humans and tieflings and satyrs and lizard folk ended up how they are, but I imagine some intervention of some sort. A little guidance here and there, a little nudge, and you've just created something beautiful. Not now, but in hundreds of years. I'm not saying
Maybe so.
Barbara and Spike's great-grandchildren are going to be walking around on 2 legs and casting spells like Yidai and beating the shit out of people like Zamira.
Maybe
I
so.
just consider it to be a kindness that can be extended. And if they... It's their choice. And yeah, I agree entirely with your analogy of carrot on a stick. Because that is what it is. But it's not a mistruth.
You're
I
not
also
wrong,
agree
but
with
if you
you,
appeal
Fane.
to somebody... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I also agree with you. I just want to point out that I would assume that these are pack animals. I mean, they've stuck together this long at least, and I don't see any more of them. And the lands are pretty barren. You know, we don't know what's affecting them. We know that they've definitely got a predator now. I think it's fair at least to extend an offer.
Maybe so. But I think if we're truly in the interest of doing what's best for Spike and Barbara is to give up our other ambitions and stay here for the rest of our lives with our swords out and protect them. That's what's best for Barbara if we're truly interested in protecting them. But it's not possible, really.
You're right.
It's like...
I think we do what we can. Because we can.
As this whole fucking conversation that has gone way longer than 10 minutes has been going on.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would have just as I got the vague sense that my beast speak would have been ending, I just would have looked at them, Spike and to Barbara, and said, my friends are, I guess, having a discussion about what we feel is right for you. Can't, I guess, really tell you what to do, but I don't want to really impose our will upon you. So if you'd like, there's probably some safe area around here if you've been around as long as you said you have. I imagine you'll be around for probably just as long still.
At that, they just get up and start to trudge away.
It was wonderful to meet you.
They turn around and just both nod.
When
I'll
woke
stand
up,
over everyone's shoulder and just watch them continue to have the conversation after the dinosaurs have walked away.
whenever I woke up,
like,
I would have like taken all the pieces of that thing and put it in my bag. I would have kept them.
DM, at their final glance, it was my plan to have a whole conversation about it, but it's fine because the moment's passed. At their final glance, I will, in their minds, drop the shroud.
To them? Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna ask you which one they saw.
I was intense. They said they traveled. I was intensely curious if they would recognize anything, but
There's
the
no
moment's
reaction.
lost.
There's no reaction except for maybe like a puzzled look on
Yep.
how your body
that's fine.
changes from one look to another.
It's okay. I just deactivate it, so if we ever come across them again, they see the proper me.
Love you,
You know,
Spike and
guys,
Barbara.
we talked the other day about just being where you are. It's okay if this is not something that lasts forever. We met them, we enjoyed their company, and now they can go on, and that is just as beautiful for its brevity. And that can be it. That can be it.
And with that, we're gonna go ahead and take our break.
Oh, jeez.
Barbara and Spike.
Love
Rip
them.
the dino mounts.
Heck, somebody do that 5-page fan fiction when you got time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have it to you by the end of the night.
If we
Twin.
ever find Barbara and Spike's dead bodies,
Matt,
I will
I'll
level
find
this
you.
island.
I'll find you, Matt. Like,
Wow, and she's looking right at the camera, dude. One fear, and it's fucking Lissa.
Oh god.
Rip and tear Lissa until it's done.
I'll bring you two dinosaurs, and you'll fall in love with them, and then I'll kill them in front of you.
I'm not gonna kill him in front of you. That would be cruel and unusual.
No,
That
they'll just
would be-
die off screen, and then we find their carcasses. That's fine.
Who knows what you guys will find.
Indeed.
They have survived a long
Get it.
time. They are extremely heavily armored creatures.
Yeah,
Who knows what you'll find.
I believe
Spike,
in them.
Spike was looking like he was packing some.
I just
some
wanted
cake.
them to have more
Oh,
abundance.
Dong.
Oh man.
We gotta find if we
Evening,
want mounts, we gotta
Fantasy
find
Animal
Fantasy
Vegan.
Days
You're
mount.
joining just as we're getting ready to take our break. So guys, stick around. We'll be back here in a couple of minutes. Don't go nowhere. We'll see what happens in the rest of this day's journey.
I'm going to
Yeah.
ask you the dinosaurs.
Chat, how's it going? It's literally just me. Apparently no Matt. Hi everybody. Oh, here comes Alyssa. She might pick up the she picked up her glass and she's leaving. She's I presume more wine. Which is fair. Everybody needs more wine. Fantasy Animal Vegan, if you can for some reason hear me and you haven't stepped away, she should be able to wild shape into whatever the heck that thing was in the future, but she can definitely polymorph into it right now. And it didn't do horrible damage. So, it would be a good option for her. Chat, you're missing out. Hex over here is throwing some thigh and big squats my way, and it is extremely. Hi Hex, how you doing?
Feeling pretty good. How you doing, Aiden?
I'm feeling great. Especially after the private thing we just shared, because I know.
Do you want more?
I know no one else saw it. No. It's enough. Don't take me too far.
No. Hold on.
Oh, look at the yellow. Oh, it highlights the sides.
Yeah, it's
Wow,
it's
those are
like,
amazing. Oh, did you want to see what I'm wearing? Are you curious?
Hold on. Come here. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Oh, fuck. What is happening? I don't want this.
Emma got picked up by Hex. Oh my god, he's squatting Emma. The best thing I've ever fucking seen in my entire life, and the thighs are in frame. This is obscene. Oh yes. For crying out loud. Is that how you generally work out, Hex?
That's all I do.
Yeah, okay. Well, I got a little... One thing. I don't know if it's gonna be in frame. Right there. Yeah, you like
Beautiful.
See? You like what you
Those are flesh colored, and so I wasn't sure where the shorts are.
Well,
I feel dirty.
Twitch chat doesn't have to see where the shorts end. They just gotta see that I'm wearing them. Otherwise, we can be West.
That was a one-on-one show, and you never tell anybody what you saw.
Oh, it was beautiful.
I feel dirty for having been forced into your ogling of him.
I'm gonna think about that for a while. That was really a sight to behold. The sheer porcelain of it all.
It's pretty dope.
God. Also, Lissa, I think, is winning. She walked away and came back, and now she looks comfy as shit.
We can be friendlies.
Listen, if you don't fall asleep in that chair, I'll be shocked.
We can have big, gray, soft, minky blankets.
Because that's some... What the fuck?
Twinsies!
Oh my god.
That's literally That's not fair, Emma, because you talk shit about that blanket up until this.
No. I love this blanket. I don't want it to be my nighttime sleeping blanket. I like to use my big, thick, fancy down duvet to sleep with. I don't want this to be my bedtime blanket.
It's too
This is like a couch recliner movie snuggling blanket. There's a big difference. Yeah. There's a very big difference between blankets to like go into your bed with. I want like heavy, thick blankets, and then like this is nice and soft and cuddly for like watching movies and being cozy.
Hey man,
Don't you come
back.
Anyway, Liz is a big fan of that great blanket for one specific reason.
Is there sleeves in it?
It's got my name on it.
Oh, yeah, it does. Sure does. Hey, Matt, real quick before we get back to, are you muted? Before we get back to things,
What's up?
would you kindly, because I just realized while scrambling when we found the halberd with the Order of the Cerulean Phoenix on it, would you kindly send me, probably in a DM, and I'll pin them, all of the diary entries thus far. I imagine you have them in a folder, and it's a lot easier for you to just resend them. And
Just give me 1 second. I'll send them to you.
No, I mean not right now. Just afterwards or
Okay.
whatever. While you're okay, cool. So yeah, it's Wednesday. Welcome to the second half of break. I have to take up time now because Matt decided to walk away from my stupid request that I was hoping he would do after the session. What are you eating,
Okay.
Zach?
Question
What are you
of the
snacking
day:
on?
is it ethical to keep dinosaurs?
Yeah, it depends on who you ask.
It's not. Defane doesn't care if you do it. He just doesn't want you to fool yourselves into thinking we're doing what's right for Spike and Barbara by
Yeah,
telling
It's
them
like
to.
my nephew the other day found a roly-poly bug, and he really wanted to keep it. But by keeping it, he wanted to put it in a Ziploc bag and put it on his bookshelf. And I tried to
That's-
explain to him that would kill it, but he just wanted to keep it.
Same thing happened to one of my kids in class the other day. Like she
Yeah.
wanted to bring this roly-poly bug in so badly, it did. And we were
You
like,
guys,
he
it's a
will
potato
die.
bug, by the way. But
See, it didn't take
It
that
is a
long.
roly-poly, sir.
Okay, I got an update. Apparently, okay, Matt, you can take it away in one moment, but what he's snacking on right now is cheddar and sour cream. I figured chat deserved to know. Just saying.
Aldi's one. Ooh,
All right.
it's a good one.
So, you guys ready to get back into it?
Yeah.
All right. Did you guys see the stat block and what you missed out on?
Holy yeah, brother. That is some. I don't. Damn.
Guys
We
could
gotta
have
find
had,
their children and keep.
guys could have had 2 of those as mounts.
How would we have possibly
you
set
and
up?
your
There were
morals.
gigantic. There were gigantic spines along the back, and you can't
Can we go
tame
back?
adult creatures.
Oh my
Fine
god.
saddle.
You
They
could
have-
have.
They have that
You're right.
HP and that AC.
You're right. You
What
cannot
the
tame adult
fuck?
creatures, but she rolled a natural 20, and natural 20s break the rules.
All right, well then, you know what? I take it all back. I didn't say anything. Go back, get them.
Oh,
We
it's
love
too
you,
late.
Spike and Barbara. Come back.
They're gone.
Spain's
That'll
fire.
be the first. That'll be the first ride Kothar's ever had.
Okay.
I don't believe that for a second.
Well, the moment's
That's
lost.
a joke.
And probably for the better because they would end up dying at some point and we would feel fucking horrible. So,
I would also die. That would be the end of me. So
yep. I would literally be like Frodo at the pit of Mordor, except I'm throwing myself in, not the ring.
I guess I'll be forever the guy fastest dinosaur mounts.
Still a chance. There's plenty of dinosaurs that roam the Isle of Dragons.
I'd rather have a
see, but
T-Rex.
I'm gonna
But-
see so many dinosaurs.
the
there.
good old Barb and good old Spike. Moment's lost.
I
Anyway,
tell you what.
DM, we would like
That's
to head east with haste.
After finishing your short rest,
Yeah.
Zamira, are you sharing? I guess Kothar, did you guys share anything of what you found in that house?
There's a lot of
100%.
nods, yes.
Okay. Kara, does that strike any chords with you?
Sounds pretty familiar. Yeah, I was just about to ask. Sounds familiar, right, DM?
Yes.
Okay.
I can pull out and show him since I kept the little doll thing.
The doll thing?
Doll thing.
The little statue, whatever.
Oh, it's a big
I
statue.
kept
It's a
These
humanoid
are
size statue.
human-sized statues.
Well, I said I kept it.
Okay, I just want to clarify. You're like pulling out like what basically looks like the skull of a chiseled human skull. That's
Yeah.
That's fine.
And just for the record, I'm pretty sure everybody has heard this in character. I will share here because I know life gets funky. My life is kind of whack right now. Akare has described that an attack on his village turned his people to stone. So it's in a direct correlation between presumably what he assumes to be, I'll just do this real fast because Akare will take 10 years to say this. Presumably what happened to High Pass also has happened to his the Azara-e, his village. Because what you guys just discovered is directly in line with what happened to his village. And we
So
all
you
know that
think that
IPAS
this
died.
is or was a person? Like a real person?
Fuck it, we're here, DM. I go take a quick look.
Okay.
It's a person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know any way to fix them?
If I did, I would have never gotten on that boat with Captain Berger and the rest of you. I would have stayed there, Melee. Which is what I'll do when we're done. I was hoping I'd find an answer to that question at Tygarth. That's all I have a name. I don't know what Tygarth... Some sort of place. But...
Should we take this one with us in hopes of potentially using it to find a way to fix it? We don't exactly have anything else to practice on.
kind of glance over at Kothar and Fane. If one of you two really feel like you can lug this around, but it's a big ask, and I don't know, Zamira. I hold hope the answer lies on High Pass, or something lies on High Pass, but I don't know. The only thing the sages of my tribe, the Viore, they gave me a name, Tygarth. Said it was the only place that they drew knowledge from beyond introspection. So, I don't know. There's a lot I don't know. I wasn't their melee for long. I didn't learn everything that the Viore knew, or everything that the Honore, which you've come to understand. The Honore is the warrior side of the tribe. The Viore is like the sages, the researchers, for what it's worth. I mean, we're talking about a tribe, basically. So Viore, not like a school of scholars, but you've started to get that distinction, I imagine. So I don't know.
Not Fane. Fane's still confused at all the terms.
That's fair.
Would you like me to carry the whole statue?
I don't think it's realistic given what we're doing. And this is just one person. Important, for sure. But I think they're... If my thoughts are right, they're from High Pass. Or that city in the diary, High Pass, same thing. And if we brought them back, they would be demonstrably lost.
I don't even know how we would begin to go about bringing someone like this back.
I don't know either, but this is a hint, maybe, that whatever... You know, Kothar, remember that discussion we had by the fire at night? We were both looking up at the stars, and I talked about a threat following me, following whoever I was. If High Pass, that city, fell here many years ago, and then only a month ago came and attacked my tribe, then I have to fear that that's come to pass. So I'm working backwards. I'm working against time. But if whatever happened, that massive creature, It engulfed the sky. Um, if that creature was a foe of High Pass, a foe of my creator, my father, my mother, then they fought it first, and they might have learned something about it. More than I know. More than the Via know, more than maybe Tygarf knows. I can only hold out hope the answer lies on High Pass, but I can't know.
And obviously, we can't.
Go ahead.
Obviously, we can't make it to Tygarth as long as we're
I don't even know
here.
where
But
it is. You said it was in. One of you said it was in the Empire, I think. I don't even know what that is.
we have this body, and Lord knows we found loads of magic and strange things on this island that shouldn't exist or we didn't know existed. And even if we just took a small piece, it could give us leads. It could teach us something about how to save your family and others like this. Because if your family's like this and this person's like this, then there's bound to be more.
I see what you mean. Let me ask a question, DM. I do have the background feature Wanderer, which means I have excellent memory for maps and geography.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the map and where we are and where we're going, which is, I can't remember the name, but it ends with Abyss. It's to the north. High Pass is like directly south. Ophila is like on the other side of the lake. Have we reached like a halfway point? Would this be any decent time to divert if we really wanted to? Because I don't.
So you guys are kind of like arcing upwards, is what is the way it was described to me, is which in the same reason
Along
why
the cliff side, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, why I asked. So let me pull up my map real quick.
I imagine we haven't departed super far from the cliffside, but that's up to you.
You guys have departed slightly away from the cliffside now, so you guys are spent 2 days of travel here now, and because of Kothar's ability, you guys are probably, if you look at there's the two humps that kind of jut out from the very top of that cliff facing. You guys are
Yeah.
about halfway between there and the forest.
Okay. Zamira, you could be entirely right. But I wouldn't ask of Kothar or Fane to carry such a burden. Because we're going a different direction. And I kind of look over at the statue. There's an immense value on life. But I don't think that this one is within our capabilities.
I know they might be out of our reach now. Kida, I know we all seem to get more connected, more powerful every single day. Do you think potentially one day through Maeve you might be able to bring this person back? Should we keep some of them?
I would hope so. I'm not sure yet of the extent of her or my powers, but I feel like if there's someone to do it, someone with so much power over life would be able to help.
I'll tell you what, Akari
Oh.
and Kidai, based off what you guys are saying, just on the small chance you might be able to reconnect with someone who could be from where you are, I'll keep a pot of them. I don't know if it'll be enough, but can't let out hope, you know?
I appreciate that, Kothar. Kidai, actually, on that, I don't have anything that's actually useful. Do you want to try to do, I don't know, something here? I'll help you as best I can. This really wasn't ever a thing that I had enough time to learn. It was taken from me. I'm not holding out any much hope, but
Uh-oh.
rip.
If I am examining these people, DM, do I have any sort of sense what happened to them or how recent?
Roll a medicine check.
What's that? I guess I'd ask. What's their facial
not bad.
structure? Are these faces frozen in horror,
I was gonna ask if you recognize them. I don't know if you said or not.
frozen and stoic? DM, I would like to dig back in my memory banks, but my assumption is because my memory does not exist beyond Tolstaria that I will not recognize any face.
You don't recognize them. What was
Got
that
it.
medicine check?
24. Or 22, sorry.
As far as you can tell, and from what Akari has told you, the physical erosion and wear on the statue seems like they've been this way for a long time.
Unless we know that it's a magical sort of effect, I can try that, but the only thing that I have to bring life back, that has to be done within a minute. If you want me to try to break through the magic or the curse or whatever it is, I'm happy to do it for you.
No, I'm sorry. I don't have anything that I feel like I can break this with. I tried for days. I meant.
Are we gonna be here a little while? I can.
I'm sorry. I meant you and me just sitting and asking for help.
Oh, of course I would be happy to. More than happy to. Give me 1 second. We're still in the desert, right?
Not the desert, just the hills.
Yeah. And so mechanically, DM, I have, as a ranger especially, fucking nothing to help with this. Both in features and spells. There is nothing beyond whatever. But I'm gonna try. And you can do whatever the hell you want.
Do you have a favorite terrain by chance?
I do not. I replaced it with favored enemies.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which was humanoids, which
correct.
fits my backstory extremely fucking well.
No, it does. I just wanted to ask.
I have a range of 30 feet on Druidcraft, and if I can get myself a Kare and the statue bodies all within that same circle, I'd like to cast sort of Druidcraft like a ring of daffodils, which are a flower representing life, and Akari and I can try to reach out to Maeve.
Okay. Roll percentile dice for me. Edai. Akari helping you will lower the number you need. I should say increase the range because this is percentile.
Sure, same thing.
71.
71. At first there's no response as you both reach out, but then there's kind of like a warm breeze that kind of like brushes your hair and it kind of like flutters across your face, and you get like a warm sense that she heard you, but she's busy. She just got unimprisoned and has a lot to catch up on.
Right.
You found who this?
Do we have
Pretty
some
much.
sort of knowledge about where she's at the moment?
I mean, you assume in the Feywild where you left her.
Oh shoot, you're right.
Yeah.
Animal messenger probably can't travel planes. That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Cannot.
I didn't think about that.
Strangely similar to the Micaiah. The breeze, guidance, sure, but nothing more. And that's...
If I take in this breath, the second that I feel it, I just take as much of it as I can. Do I get any visuals, any senses, anything?
Fortunately.
Okay.
Thank you for trying, Kidai.
We'll figure
Yeah.
this out.
We will. I've seen each one of you all do amazing things. We'll figure this out. I kind of have hope in a strange way where I only had one word from the Via Ray before. So we will. I suspect that this won't be the first and it won't be the last. Or, sorry, isn't the first and won't be the last. I won't be able to save everyone. Both those I know or knew, and those I don't. We'll lose. Many times, I imagine. You'll lose, I'll lose, Kothar, Samira, Fane. But together, we'll win. And it's ironic coming from me, but I think that's what makes us human. We're wasting a lot of time here. Can we, when you're done, let's get a move on. I don't want to hold everybody up.
I'll before we go, thank Maeve for her time, and I will leave the circle of daffodils.
As they start walking away, I just want to very quickly grab Akari and walk with him. I appreciate your words, but take it from someone who's lost a lot. You don't count the ones you can't save. You count the ones you can. And I will still pocket the a good chunk of the statue, not the whole thing, but like a reasonable sum.
Sure, you basically can take like the head, which is like the head of a small elven woman.
On the off chance we can do something one day.
And then we just have a head. If we turn it back into a human form, we just have a
I'm
severed
wondering
head.
about
If
that.
you cast
yeah.
True Resurrection.
Can't always find a way back here. Maybe not us, but an ally.
Listen,
I'll take
That-
the rest of the body parts and like put them together.
You can sure try.
Zach
No,
knows
I don't
true
mean, like-
resurrection will work.
I don't mean put the puzzle together. I mean like just store them together in like a location we can come back to.
Okay. Sorry, Zach, you got cut out. What was that?
It was meta. I was just gonna say I know true resurrection will work. Kothar doesn't have a fucking clue what that
Yeah.
thing is.
That's correct. All right.
Let's move on, shall we?
Let's.
Somebody roll a d20.
We drag on so much. Zach, you're looking.
Kira.
Wait, who hasn't rolled? Yeah, Lissa, you're
Kira.
looking mighty fine to roll a d20 right now.
Kira. Kira.
A 5 again.
Biggest of fives.
It's a big sexy
It's
five.
a voluptuous 5.
5
The
survives.
curviest five.
I wonder what happens when you Google thick five.
God.
I
I would
Please.
love to know the
Ah,
results.
so the
You're gonna
fuck-
find.
Let's do that off stream, okay?
God, I love science.
Oof,
Nope.
it's good, guys.
Gotta do it now. Thick 5.
Okay, guys, let's get back on track.
I'm
I don't want to
As-
As you all begin to make your travels through the rolling wildlands, you can see the edges of the shattered forest on the horizon, maybe half a day's travel from here. As your day begins to come to a close, you find a peculiar sight. There's a man, solo man, roughly 6 foot tall, appears to be human, walking just 400 feet maybe from you guys. Hard to tell from here what he's doing, but he has his arms folded kind of behind his back, just walking.
I just take 2 arrows and kind of still bow at rest. Just knock them on the shit. I forget the name
Umber
of
bow.
the item on a bow. No, on the umber bow, but like on the target's rest. It's still by my side. I just got a finger over them. I forget what the name of that little bit
The
is.
string.
No, like the thing that the arrow hole. You know what? Fuck
Oh,
it.
okay.
Anyway, I rest 2 arrows, but not in a threatening manner.
Okay.
How about that?
Doesn't appear
You notch the arrows?
I knock them, but they rest on the targeting. Fuck it. Who cares?
Does not appear
can't
as
remember.
if he's taken any notice, or if he has noticed you, he's not paying you guys any mind. He's just slowly walking.
Does Fane have to do the thing again? Or can we go talk to him?
Arrow rest. That's what it's called. It's literally called an arrow rest.
Can we tell, like, what species he is?
Here's human from here. He's
Human.
got
6 of a human,
dressed
right?
in long, what appears to be very nice, like a black robe that kind of falls down to the ground, and has like long. You can tell he has a dark complexion. Has like long black dreads going down his back of his head.
Let's go say hello. He's
Sure.
just a stranger walking in these hills. Maybe he has something interesting to say.
I'm into this music.
Well, based on the battle music, he's going to kill us, but
It's not battle music.
I'm
based on
into
this
it.
music,
It's
he's
good.
Okay.
Tribal music.
Yeah, we'll walk
What's-
forward.
We'll call out to him in general.
Okay, so you guys
Yeah.
are calling out.
Sure.
Fuck it.
It's one dude. What's he gonna do?
Yeah. Famous last
Fireball?
words.
Famous last words.
Turns around,
It's
just kinda
time, bitch, run!
looks over his shoulder at you guys, and you can see him looking back now. Just a dark, caramel-colored skin with these long black dreads kind of following back over his head, and these piercing, like red eyes. Well, hello, friends.
What's your name?
Well, now he's gonna
friend?
kill us.
What's your name and business, friend?
I need to have business to walk through the plains. Isn't it not customary to present your own name before asking someone else's name?
I don't think there were customs like that here, but I'm Fane.
My name is Kothar.
Did I?
Can I ask real fast, where are you walking from and to?
I didn't have a place. Just walking.
Why don't we?
The Caravan Aye.
This is a strange place just to be walking, friend. If you forgive me saying.
I've been called many things over the years, but call me Urith.
Wrist.
Orith?
Urith.
Ooh.
Urith.
Okay.
Your eyes are stunning. That I've never
They're almost like
seen.
Is that the
deep
red,
red rubies.
Yeah.
Where are you walking to?
You cut out Fane.
I say, where are you walking to, Urith?
Wherever the path takes me.
You say path. What path do you walk?
The path that I lay out myself.
Well, then you know where the path goes, do you not? If it is one of your own making.
Some
We
days I
are
know.
simply curious travelers in a strange place, and we find somebody who seems to walk with such confidence. We simply want to know. Maybe you know better than us.
Kind of like looks around. You find this place strange. I find it comforting.
So you're from here.
What about
My
this
whole life.
place is comforting to you?
The serenity of the whole island.
The
Do the drums not bother you?
ominous threat of dragons everywhere?
To the drums.
Dinosaurs?
What?
DM, can I make
Go ahead.
an insight check? This guy, does he seem like he's been here long, or he's just passing through?
Sure, make an insight check. Zamira.
Yeah, can I get-
It continues. I swear to God,
Zamira,
I'm
what
gonna
were you
roll like
asking?
shit
Sorry.
next session.
What'd you say, Matt?
What'd you ask? Sorry.
Alright.
I got thrown off by the drums comment.
What is it about this place that is comforting to you? Is it the constant threat of dragons? Just looming around?
I find dragons to be peaceful creatures, only hostile when provoked.
You've
I've attacked
makes
you
you
a
say
number
that?
of times.
never met a dragon.
Well, I've met many a dragon, and I've been here a long time. The dragons don't actively start fights. It's normally when people go where they're not supposed to be.
I think I've watched every single night that I've been here, the dragons go out and kill without any sort of hesitation.
Do you not expect a person to eat? That'd be like asking you to not sit down at a table and take your meal.
No.
True, but there is a fine line between non-violence and peaceful, right?
Have you
Feeding
seen
yourself.
the amount of dragons that inhabit this island? Have you not noticed
just
that every
referred-
night there are different ones?
I think we're late to where we're going. I think we should bid adieu and carry on.
Did he refer to the dragons as people?
I think we should keep walking.
Judith, it's been a pleasure, but it seems we have business elsewhere.
Akari, what was that roll?
It was a 19.
A 19, and what were you trying to insight again, just for my reminder?
Fuck. Honestly, I half forget.
I think
If
he
he'd been
was
here a while.
If
saying
he'd
if he'd
been
been-
here a while and if he was just traveling through in...
the way he talks about the island, and he's kind of hard to read. Get the sense he's just been here a while.
What color were Zeltroy's eyes?
They were, I mean, for the brief moment that you could see them, they were glowing purple.
Okay.
They were glowing,
Just checking.
weren't they? Weren't they?
Luminous. Okay.
I want to punch him.
No, no.
What?
I said I wasn't actually doing it. I just said I wanted.
I thought you were like...
I said, God, I want to punch him, not I am punching him.
I thought you were like, okay, let's roll initiative.
I'll do it if you won't.
I mean,
Well,
it's more in character for you to do it. Go ahead.
he just gonna look like, well, Fane. Sounds like your friends are wanting to leave. I guess you should be on your way. And he'll just kind of turn, put his arms behind his back, and begin just walking northward again.
You know, I was going to, but I don't like the way you said that. It's almost as if you feel like you can decide where we go. You seem to have an air about you.
I have no control of where you go. I simply am walking, and you said your friends need, and your friend said you need to leave. If you need to leave, I am not one to hold you.
No, you're not. It was a pleasure, Judith.
Kind of takes like a half bow, brings up like a bit of a smirk on his face, and turns around and just starts walking.
Before we go,
Smirk,
can
what
I
kind of
just get,
teeth
like,
are
a-
we looking at?
Huh? Say that again.
What kind of teeth are we looking at in that smirk?
There was no teeth, just a quick smirk on his face.
No teeth.
Can I get just like
He
a
wasn't trying to be
general-
hostile by any means, just more like a
No.
smart ass.
Yeah.
Can I get a vibe check from this guy? Does everything like feel all right? Does he like set off any of my weird bells or whistles?
Make an insight check for me, Kothar.
Ooh, that dice almost fell to the ground. We're
For the
gonna-
record, DM, as we're moseying away, I cast Hunter's Mark on him. At first level.
13.
Hard to read, Kothar. Nothing sets off any goofy vibes.
Okay.
Seems like a
Oh.
strange man. A strange aura, or like the air around him just feels weird. Maybe it's just the way he talks or the way he walks.
I have a weird idea.
Did Ice
Yeah.
Cunning strike him in the back of his head? 'Cause I
No,
think that's
as
what-
he's
I was
as he's
thinking
walking as he's walking away, I'm just gonna shout out to him. I say, Judith, one moment, please.
Stops again, looks over his shoulder. Yes, Fane.
Do you know Zeltroy?
The dragon.
Yes, the dragon.
Do I know him? Define know.
Yeah.
Do I know of him or do I know him?
Yeah, do you know him?
That doesn't answer my question.
I mean, do you know of him? You know who he is?
I know who he is.
You've seen him?
I've seen him roam this island.
We're going to go kill him. We're on the way there. Do you want to join us?
Do I look like I have a death wish? You may sure try.
Okay. Well, just thought I'd extend the invitation.
There's like a narrowing of his eyesight looking at you. Just like turns and continues to keep walking.
Y'all want to provoke him, go for it. I'm not about it. I am personally against it.
No, I don't think he's given us any reason to kill him.
He has red eyes, and he was sassy. That's enough.
Then
And he's
Fane
just
would get
walking
killed at
through
every
the woods
turn.
like
He's
he
also
owns
kind of
them.
looking like a bartender, isn't he?
Man, Fane
And
would
he's
get killed
just
at every
talking
turn
about
if
the
that was the
dragons
case.
like he knows.
Fane would get killed what?
At every turn if you got killed for being sassy.
That's true. That is true. Oh yeah, okay, check this out. While we were sitting there discussing, I would have used know your enemy. And I would like to know his
What's his AC?
yeah.
You don't
have
know his
identity.
AC, you know if it's higher than yours.
Okay, and then I can pick another one. I want to.
That's exactly
I
what
wanna
it
know if
is,
this-
the problem.
Let me find. I know you sent it earlier, so I can read it.
It's. I can tell if two statistics are equal, superior, or inferior to my own.
Correct.
So I want to know if his AC and his Constitution score are higher than mine.
They are both superior than yours.
I had a suspicion. That motherfucker's a dragon. Or something bad.
He did refer to dragons as people, which I thought was super sus.
I thought he said peaceful.
He did
No,
say
he
did
said-
say peaceful.
No, I thought whenever he was when they were talking about the dragons feeding, he's like, you expect people to not eat.
Because Fane was
Yeah.
because he was making an example because Fane was basically saying the dragons were feeding and killing, and he was making an example of how people don't sit if people would not be expected to sit down at a table and eat.
Yeah, but he's the very first being that is on this island that we've come in contact with that is defensive of the dragon's eating habits.
That would be correct.
Wait,
What
what?
the? How'd you just get timed out?
I must have misclicked. Let's move on, and I don't know because I was trying to click on a thing and then the chat moved. Can we please move on? I will see if I can fix it. I have no idea how the fuck that just happened.
I got a notification that says these fists has been timed out for 600 seconds.
I know.
I'm like, what the
give
fuck?
me. Just continue with the scene. Sorry.
Okay.
He's in timeout.
I apparently clicked on the chat was moving and I clicked on a button that was moving.
So,
So I clicked on a timeout button that I didn't mean to.
Okay.
message whacked.
Yep, evidently.
So he is now maybe another 100 feet from you guys, just nonchalantly with his arms behind his back, walking.
Okay.
I don't want to look away from him.
Question: would Zamira have any reason to know or suspect, with her extensive research, that he is in fact a dragon?
Roll a history check for me.
You said that so tired, Matt. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine.
Wait,
I am exhausted, but
Literally
That's a sloppy
anything. Like
20.
a pencil, and be like, is that a dragon pencil?
What is it though?
You've done extensive research into dragons, and you know that when dragons get to a certain extent in their lifespan, those that live that long, and it's not in every dragon, the ones that do there are some that develop the ability to shape change.
Like
Then I will let him. Then I will let him go on his way.
I definitely don't think we should fuck with him. Let's move on
I'll.
and keep this from the road.
Yeah, I would have shared that with the group. We can meander on.
And eventually he disappears into the distance. as you all
Oh,
continue
thank
on.
God.
That song was dope. I love it.
As you guys
Stressing me out.
continue your journey, the sun begins to set. You guys find a small little low-lying area kind of between the hills where you think you can be a little bit out of sight next to a couple trees. A small little creek kind of trickling by. You guys bedding down for the evening?
Of course.
Who's taking that
Sounds
first watch?
reasonable.
I will take first watch.
I'll do second.
Alright, I know Akari can hear me, so we'll have him roll when he gets back, but go ahead, first watch.
15.
Roll that
Amazing.
perception check for me.
I'm gonna need
Alright,
him to
I'm-
snip that in clips and put it in Discord too.
It's pretty funny.
I'm gonna take it at a disadvantage so I can spend some more time on my my thing since I got top cover from Akari.
Sure.
11 for my perception check.
Okay. 4 more hours into your work.
Working on the studded leather for myself.
This night is a quiet evening. There's no... As you guys have drawn closer to the shattered forest, you got the sense that you guys needed to find a more secluded area. But one where you could have a vantage point to maybe still see the mountain. But the only thing you hear, the trickling of the creek, the rush of the wind. You can hear a bit of birds kind of chirping off in the distance, maybe coming from the shattered forest. As the sun begins to set and the night begins to settle, nothing really happens. A quiet night. And if you have anything to talk with Akari about, we'll get to that in a minute when he gets back. So we will move on to Zamira.
That's the end of the fucking rest.
Okay.
I work on my shit in absolute silence.
Who had second? Did Zamira, did you say you had second?
No, Kothar did.
Oh, Kothar did, okay.
I'll take disadvantage so I can work on my helm.
You got it. 4 more hours into your home.
Still pretty good. 13.
There's that same noise from the night before, coming from deep within the mountain, almost sounding like it's echoing from the caverns deep below the mountain. The tone has not changed. Does not sound louder, does not sound quieter. But it does draw on for a good 10 to 15 minutes before finally quieting down. And eventually, your watch as well comes to an end.
The only thing I would, besides, I guess, idle chit-chat, should Akari want idle chit-chat, I will pass him the bottle of jungle juice that I still have. That's probably getting really close to being done.
Probably.
And I will just, that rumble's pretty unnerving. I don't know about you.
The what?
Do you not hear the kind of rumble, the growl
Oh, you mean from the mountain?
from the mountain? Yep.
You passed me that. I appreciate the sentiment, but I don't think I take much out of it. You keep it. It's for you, the rest of you.
I'd hate for you to feel left out.
I don't. I feel strangely accepted for the second time in my life, which is, well, the only times in my life. Maybe I have nothing to fear. But it doesn't do much for me, and it seems to make you two, 3, at times, more jovial, so, it's yours. I want what you guys enjoy. What you, everybody, as I cast a glance at the rest of the group. I'm sorry, I got distracted by the juice thing. Did you have a question?
Nope. Not tonight.
Akari just turns dutifully back to and so on. but I cut it from the shroud of my friends so that they can sleep peacefully without that obnoxious fucking noise.
All right. Who's taking third watch?
I'll
got
take
it.
it with T-Die.
Queens. Sorry.
As Kothar awakes both of you, you guys sit and wake up to take your watch, and each both roll a perception check.
That's a natural 20.
22.
So 28.
Jesus.
We see everything.
Guess I'll just be back here.
I didn't blink once, guys.
Do some vising. Here you go.
There is you guys are kind of sitting in the low-lying area, so it doesn't catch you, but there is a sound from the distance that sounds like the low rumble of the winds of a hurricane rolling in. Coming from the north.
Hear that,
And then a
T-Die?
gust of wind just sends a wave of dust falling all over all of you. Even waking up a few of you. But you guys look around instinctually, getting up at the ready. Nothing there. No other sound.
I mean, yes, I hear it. It's definitely frightening. I'm glad to see everybody has gone back to sleep, but I certainly don't know much about conditions like this.
I'm gonna use my natural, air genasi wind to kind of blow the dust off the both of us.
Thank you.
Thanks. Nobody likes being dusty. I made something for you. I know I already made you a necklace, but I felt like it needed an addition. And I'll pull out, of the same size as the one that I gave her that looks like her. I made one that looks like Maeve.
Oh, thank you.
It has a little hole. You can hang them together.
I absolutely will. I'll string it through my necklace. Thank you. I think this, if anything else, one, it's beautiful too. Maybe it can help me sort of focus a little bit when we try to channel or talk to her. And that's so thoughtful of you. Thank you.
I just thought it would help remind you that she's here and she's got your back. She's watching over you. You're not alone in this, and we're here with you too. You're not alone in any of this.
I think I needed that. You guys remind me every day that I'm not alone. And I do appreciate all of you for it.
We appreciate you. I wouldn't even be here right now if it wasn't for you. You've healed me so many
I'm
times,
happy
and
to
all
do
of
it.
us at this point.
I'm happy to do it. This wasn't my choice, and I've gone on and on about how maybe it's more curse than blessing, but if it helps you all, if it sustains you all, can it really be all that bad?
And the horns look darling on you. I wish I could
Thank
pull off
you.
horns.
I think I'm gonna decorate them for holidays.
Fane will pop up and
Could wrap them.
say, "You can pull off my horns anytime." You're like,
He's talking in his sleep again.
What are we gonna do with him?
Decorate his horns.
I'm sure
too.
that night was wild based on what he said.
Yes. I think we should go do that, Kidai, and I want to sneak over and try to decorate, find a
Okay.
ribbon or something to string to decorate his horns.
You take the left one, I'll take the right one.
Okay.
I will
actually
cast.
how I prefer.
I will cast
One-
Pass Without Trace.
One on the left, one on the right. It's even
Akari,
if I
just
wake
so you
up, this
know,
is acceptable.
it only takes you 6 hours for a long rest, so this will be passed without a trace for the next day.
Fuck it, it's worth it.
Worth it.
Okay.
Totally worth it, dude.
We're gonna
What do you
bedazzle his
mean?
fucking horns.
Do we need to roll?
Yeah, roll stealth checks.
You two plus 10.
Roll a what?
Stealth check.
Stealth plus 10.
28.
Oh, thank God for pass without a trace. I got an 18. Rolled a fucking 3.
I believe both of those beat your passive perception, Fane.
He's sleeping. He's like,
Oh, you think? I'm asleep, my guy.
His passive's 11.
Zamira, would you like to describe your side first, and then I'll go?
I tore off some of like the purple string from the very bottom of my cloak, like a little ribbon, and I just kind of spiraled the purple around, and then I pulled out one of my like random wood carvings from my thing, and I have like a heart and a star stuck to the
Ooh.
horns with purple wrapping.
Yes, I see it. I love it. So I have in my pockets, I definitely have some sort of like twine or ribbon somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
but I also have 5 pounds of blue glowing mushrooms.
Yep.
And and have found no use for them thus far. So I'm gonna take like 20 mushrooms and string them along the string and just wrap them like Christmas lights down one side, my right side of Fane's head. And I'm gonna tie them in the prettiest bows, the prettiest knots. And you know what? I think that looks good. I think he's gonna like it.
I think it's just absolutely stunning work, and if anything, we'll be able to find him in the dark now. So that's
Oh,
good.
that's a really good point. Yeah.
Kara's over there dying.
Not that his voice isn't loud enough for us to find him at all times, but now we can see him wherever he goes.
It's true.
And all
Beautiful.
high fiver.
Good work. High five.
A very quiet high five, like a tap, like a golf clap.
We'll
high
go
five.
somewhere else and high five.
In my head, we do the secret handshake, like doubles from the Parent Trap that they do on the dock.
Yes, absolutely. And Fane looks beautiful. Extra beautiful.
He always does.
Eventually, the 5 of you all awake.
oh, gosh.
Fane, you find like this string of glowing mushrooms and like
Oh,
a
you-
small little
you
purple ribbon
Didn't
falling
let me
down.
get to. I was gonna tell him he looked glowing this morning.
I'll wake up like a little groggily, sort of like, what do you mean, Kidai? I appreciate it, but a strange thing to say. We're sleeping in the forest on the floor.
You just look
I haven't
very well rested, and your look, it suits you. You look great today.
It's kind of an upgrade.
As
Are you
Kothar,
hitting on me?
Kothar will look over from where he's making breakfast.
I'm not.
Um,
It's a compliment. Kidai genuinely does feel like she did her best work. I will say that. She's
Well,
not
if you're
making fun of
hitting on me,
Fane.
that's fine. I'm just thank you. I guess it's nice to hear, even though you can feel pretty confident about yourself. We all need assurances sometime, I suppose. Thank
I
you.
mean, listen, it just feels like you're gonna have a bright idea today. Do you got any, like, brilliant plans for us?
I did have a strange dream last night.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is some sort of foreshadowing, or forethought maybe. But I had a dream that I was standing on a mountain, and I kept trying to jump off and fly, and every time I would fall and my wings wouldn't work. Maybe that's something to do with. Maybe that means don't go to the mountain. I don't know. You're inspiring me to think of these ideas now. All of a sudden, maybe that's it. I don't know.
Maybe-
but I think.
Is there anything that doesn't make your wings work that makes them
Maybe you
stop?
were just like tripping in your dream. You know?
Maybe so. I
That's a
usually
good
don't
one.
assign. I don't assign significance to dreams usually, so I don't know. But maybe that's what it is. Maybe the dream was something. Maybe that's why I'm glowing today. I guess.
Your brain could also just be turning to mush. Who knows?
Oh, Fane, your horns, they're
Yeah.
Beautiful.
No, I have horns. we've known each other for several weeks now.
If
Maybe
you
even a
glance
month.
over at Kidai, who thought that she just had the best idea ever, you see like 2 little of the glowing mushrooms kind of like hanging off the sides of her antlers like earrings.
Kida, you put something new on your horns. That's nice.
Oh, do you like it? I'm glad you like it.
No, it looks nice.
Good, it
Maybe
looks
you
nice
could
on
take-
you too.
I don't. Oh, I see. I see. This is very funny. You're.
No, you
What do
look
you mean?
beautiful.
I thought that was you did that. No.
And here I thought you were being genuine in your niceness, but you were simply making fun of me.
I am not.
Ryan,
No. Would I have
No,
given you that many
it's
mushrooms?
okay. Kidai, it's okay. You were making a joke, and it's very.
It was not a joke.
Thank you.
Would I be wearing them as well if it was a joke? I love the way they
Kidai,
look.
I
They're
have
beautiful
met-
and blue and bright.
I have met cruel people in my life. I didn't expect it from you, but it is very humorous.
She starts
It's very
tearing
funny.
up.
It's very well done.
Are
She
you mad
starts
at me?
tearing up.
Gothar still stirring
I'll go hug her.
our breakfast stew. I mean, I was kind of saying it as a joke. Don't worry.
I
I'll,
thought
like,
we did
go
a
put
really
my-
good job, and
I'll
I
go
think
put my
they're
arm
really
around her and be like, "It was beautiful, Kidai. You did
I-
really good."
Fane,
I
are
gave
you
him so
are you
many
mad at me
mushrooms.
for
I
playing
don't know
along?
what they're for.
I'm not actually mad at anybody. It's a joke within a joke. You
Okay,
turned an
fine.
ambush.
Then I won't apologize. That's all
This got
there
very
is.
serious all of a sudden.
No, only if you take it
This
so.
is-
The onus is on
I
you,
have
my friend.
mushrooms on my. I have mushrooms on my horns. Apparently,
So do I.
Kida's an artist.
And you seem very broken up about it. Would you like the rest of my jungle juice to like wash away your sorrows?
yes, I would. All of a sudden, yes.
Breathe, Aiden.
Mhm.
To be fair, I will say that my performance, which I'm assuming I used for to decorate, is +0. So it does not look lovely.
It was more of a nature.
Doesn't mean it
But-
doesn't look good. Just means you can do good on occasion. You just don't always do good.
It's Kidai. You have never learned this lesson before, but when somebody makes fun of you, you have to make them feel guilty. But I don't mind that you put mushrooms on my horns.
Well, if you think they're silly, and I'll take the ones off mine and like throw them in the dust.
I don't think they're silly. I don't think they're silly at all. But if you've not learned this trick, people will use jokes to get one over on you, make you lesser. But anytime somebody does that, you make them feel very guilty, and then you win.
Guilty, like when they don't appreciate your beautiful artwork that you really tried hard on.
I love well, I can't see them, but I'm sure they're beautiful.
I know, Fang.
I'll-
It's okay.
I'll keep them for now.
Oh,
But
you never
if-
know when you're gonna need some mushrooms anyway. So.
Well, that's true, but if we come across Spike and Barbara, I would hate to be consumed.
As every monster attacks us, gets advantage on their attack rolls against Fane because he's fucking glowing.
Mhm.
I never did ask. Well, okay, who's got the glow sticks?
You
Yes.
do.
We all do.
I thought Kothar had them all.
I
Most
thought
of us
Kozar
do.
had them all.
I think I have. Hang on.
Why didn't we use the glow sticks?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I have exactly 5. I have 5. And I
Oh,
don't
yeah, 'cause
remember if I
Matt
asked for it or.
Originally told us like 10,000, and I was like, no, you get 10.
I never said you got 10,000.
We
I said
bought
you got
100. I
Yeah.
have 99 of them.
Why?
Well, then we're all over the fucking place, evidently.
I think Kidai has all the weed though.
I have all of the herbs and plants you could ever need.
Fane, for fun, if you would allow it, I would. Can I borrow the book real quick?
The book of
Your picture book, the one you.
Yes, I see where you're going here.
Wonderful. I'll take it and I will inscribe the memory of Fane standing there in kind of a heroic pose next to Kedai, both of them kind of antlers mushroomed up.
We look beautiful. We look like beautiful glowing Christmas reindeers.
See, I
Oh,
mean,
look at
look,
it.
you match.
When we get back to the real world, do this again, and then we can go to a party. It'll be the
That's
top.
the best idea.
People will crawl up to the top of us just to get to our.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. I love that idea. We'll invent
People,
raids.
wait, party or people crawling up us? Because both are very good ideas.
Oh, they're great ideas. Yeah.
I agree.
All of the above.
All of the above.
Well, as you guys begin your journey for today, that's where we're going to end today's session.
Fucking.
Let's go till 4.
Unfortunately,
damn it.
I can't do that.
I'm so
Two combat
tired.
session, 2 combat session. 2 combat session.
I can't.
We should have fought the dragon.
You're the fucking god tier,
Okay,
dummy thick boy.
Matt, I have 2 questions. Did you expect us to fight Spike and Barbara?
It was hit or miss.
Okay.
I
Did you
knew
expect
you
us
guys
to fight the dragon
would either
man?
would either fight them because you wanted to harvest their stuff, or you would try and
Mhm.
tame them.
So, victory.
That's fair.
We did not choose violence.
How about the sexy dragon man?
Who's the sexy dragon man?
The guy with the dreadlocks.
Oh, the
Sexy
guy.
red eyes.
Dragon man.
What about him?
Sexy. Did you think we were gonna fight him?
I don't know. You guys rolled him on a random encounter table.
Oh, that was the roll. Now I'm scared.
Yeah, so the role for the first one when you guys had Spike and Barbara was to see what the encounter was. It was a fight encounter no matter what. It was just to see what was going to roll out there, and it happened to be Spike and Barbara.
I love Spike and Barbara.
Now they're
That was
canon.
the biggest
They're not-
blessing.
They're not Knifedillas anymore. They're Spike and Barbara.
That's how we need to protect things from now on, guys. We don't have to like befriend them. Just give them real names, and Matt won't kill them. Just name
Oh,
them.
is that what you think?
I mean, we all have real names, and I feel like Matt wants to kill us sometimes, so it's fine.
He can try.
You
Alrighty,
certainly
guys.
can.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Tune in next week.
Thank you,
next
Matt.
Wednesday. Same time, same place. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.